This is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Monday, April the 14th. Monday is usually a very light day on the college baseball front as far as scores, but there were several games played today. Let's take a look at what happened. Down in Columbia, Benedict beat Morris twice. First game score was 29-5. Second game score was 20-8. In that doubleheader, Carson Fellows of Benedict hit 4 home runs and drove in 14 runs. He was 5 for 5. He had 2 walks. He also scored 6 runs. The Tigers had 66 total base runners on the day. 25 hits, got 23 walks. They were hit by 13 pitches, and 5 Morris errors also put players on base. For the day, Benedict stole 10 bases, and they hit, I believe it was 11 home runs. Yeah, 11 home runs on the day. Benedict is now 19-11. Morris fell to 1-33. Over at Jonesville Ballpark, Gaston College was tied with the USC Union at 12-12, going to the 8th inning, and the Rhinos scored 12 more runs to take a run rule victory over the Bantams in the final game of a Region 10 Junior College Series. The win improved Gaston College to 33-12-1, 15-9 in Region 10. Union fell to 27-16 and 11-13. Over in Spartanburg, Bryan scored 9 runs in the 5th inning and beat Spartanburg Methodist for the second time this year. Score was 16-6 in 7 innings. Bryan improved to 22-18 overall, and Spartanburg Methodist fell to 17-24. In the only other game involving a varsity program in the state, King beat Southern Wesleyan by a score of 12-7 to win the rubber game of that Conference Carolinas series up in the Bristol area. King was down 4-3 until they had that big run. Cam Mitchum hit his 34th career home run for Southern Wesleyan. King is now 12-29 overall, 7-17 in the conference. Southern Wesleyan fell to 9-34 and 8-16. There was one other game involving a JV team. P27 Academy is a post-grad school based out of Lexington. Beat the Columbia International JV 10-9. Also, today were the semifinals and finals of the Conference Carolinas Developmental Tournament. That's known as basically a JV tournament. In the first round in the semifinals, Erskine beat Francis Marion 7-4. Francis Marion was the host of that tournament, by the way. And Southern Wesleyan beat Young Harris also 7-4. In the finals, Southern Wesleyan beat Erskine 13-6. So Southern Wesleyan wins the Conference Carolinas Developmental Tournament Championship. That's all the action there was involving state teams on Monday, April the 14th. Let's take a look at what the schedule for Tuesday is. All right, there are several games involving NCAA Division I teams. Coastal Carolina is at Wake Forest at 6 o'clock. USC Upstate and Wofford complete their 3-game series with a game at Russell C. King Field at 5:30. Davidson is at Winthrop at 6. Western Carolina is at Presbyterian at 6 o'clock. And the Citadel travels up to play South Carolina on Ray Tanner Field at 6:30. Elsewhere, USC Lancaster is at home against Combine Academy for a 1 o'clock doubleheader. Morris is at Morehouse for a doubleheader at 1. Bob Jones heads up US 25 to play at Montreat, and they'll play the Cavaliers at 3 o'clock. Claflin is at Savannah State also at 3. Francis Marion is at Erskine at 3 o'clock. Spartanburg Methodist is at Tennessee Wesleyan at 3. North Greenville is at Lee College at 4 o'clock. Southern Wesleyan is at Anderson at 5. And Lander is at Wingate at 6 o'clock. You can always follow things that are going on at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. I have updates on X under the handle of Palmetto Base. One little note for later in the week, the Friday Louisville at Clemson game, originally scheduled for a 7 o'clock start, will be a 5 o'clock start. You can always get updates on things at PalmettoStateBaseball.com, and that's going to do it for the baseball recap for Monday, April the 14th. I did post a new podcast earlier today at PalmettoStateBaseball.podbean.com, and there's a link at PalmettoStateBaseball.com as well. Please give it a listen. Thanks for your support. Jesus loves you. Have a great night.